Oh, come on in, folks. Come on in. Welcome to tonight's show of Riding with K Solo, the podcast show. Hey, we got a great one lined up for you, man. I'm telling you, when I talk about bringing unsung riders to the platform, man, we got one that's been flying under the radar. She's been getting it in, though. 100,000 miles on a HAYABUSA super sports bike. That's all I'm going to say, folks. Super sports bike. Now, I had a HAYABUSA, and it got to the point where I couldn't even ride that thing anymore, man, because I'm telling you, you have to be right to ride a HAYABUSA. So listen, I'm going to stop beating my gun. I'm going to go ahead on, get rid of this background music, and go ahead and bring my co-host in, the one and only, the spectacular, no other than DJ the Doc in the building, Remy.
Hey, what's going on, K Solo?
That's enough of that, man. That's enough of that.
No, that's gonna be to the grave. Like
we get all in it, don't we?
Yeah, we're in that. I'm in the building. I got t-shirts and everything.
Oh my God, she's in the building, folks. She's in the building, man. How you doing?
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, Mr. Dennis Joyner, how you doing, sir? Please take care of that package, man. I owe you a big one, man. You did me a solid. You're doing me a solid. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Come on in, folks. Come on in. How we doing, Bolo? Good deal, man. Good deal. Come on in, everybody. Come on in. Mr. James, how you doing? We're going to give everybody time to come in. We want to welcome everybody to tonight's episode of Riding with K Solo, the podcast show, man. We got one lined up for you, and she goes by Butta. She goes by Butta, folks. You now listen, you know Butta. You know Butta, man. Butters just make everything taste better, man. It does. It does, you know. So we just want to just kind of find out how she got that name. Hear a little bit about her legacies, her travels, her journeys, her ride, affiliations, man, her accomplishment, achievements, and we just gonna dive right into it, man. We see people coming in. We got people coming in on YouTube. We got people coming in on. If you can see us on Facebook, give me a thumbs up, because some reason I'm not showing it. I'm on Facebook. But hey, man, for the people that's on YouTube, thank you. Give us a like. Go to the like button. Hit the like button. Give us a thumbs up. If you want to spread this message, man, go ahead and share it to other platforms. We are greatly appreciated. Shout out to Big Sarge, man, for that first donation of the night, man. Much love, Sarge, man. You know it. Iron Elite, I-10 to the end. He probably got about 10 of them out there right now getting it in, man, traveling across the country. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Sky Fox says, blocking the house for Butta. Yes. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Come on in, folks. So listen, Doc, I'm going to let you go ahead and introduce our next special guest right here, if you would, please.
Drum roll, please. Hey,
man, I'm ready to get that sound guy, man. That sound guy sucks tonight.
Hey, man, I've heard that she has.
I told you. The sound guy sucks.
You late. Come on, man. Sound guy. But no, listen, guys. Our guest tonight, she keeps it sexy while she's out here riding on her super HAYABUSA. She has ridden over 100,000 miles on this bike, and I am so curious to ask some questions that I got for her tonight. But yeah, she has ridden all 48 states on her Hayabusa, and like I said, keeping it sexy. So without further ado, let's welcome Butta.
How we doing, Butter? How we doing? Come on in, come on in, come on in, Butter. Come on in. Wait a minute, folks. Wait a minute, man. I'm telling you right now, that sound guy, the producer is gonna get it, man. I'm gonna fire him. I'm gonna fire him, Doc. As soon
Hey,
as this
Butta.
episode is over, I'm gonna fire him. Good
Hey,
evening,
Butta.
Doc.
Welcome to the show, Miss Butta.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Good deal,
Absolutely.
good deal.
Hey, can I first just start off? You know, K Solo said, you know, butter makes everything taste better. You know what I'm saying?
It's butter, baby. That's what it said. Butter, baby.
Please explain how you got your name Butter. What does that stand for? What does it mean?
So actually, I got that. I got the name Butter when I was playing college basketball. The girls said, "Oh, your shot is smooth as butter." So I just been butter since '99. So
Nice.
That's what's up. That's what's up, man. I couldn't get no good name like that, man. Just call me Solo.
Solo.
He looked at me and said, Solo. Oh my goodness.
I like that.
Yeah.
I played basketball and I was the captain of my basketball team in high school. I played a little bit in college. I played in the Army a little bit on post. And,
you played postball, Doc?
And over there, Fort Campbell, Kentucky.
Okay. And Buddy, you a military affiliated, aren't you?
Yes. So my dad served 20 years in the Navy.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that was down in
he retired in San Diego.
In San Diego. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Good deal, man.
Yeah.
Speaking of your father, there's a picture of your father and little Butter right there.
Little butter.
Little Butter right there.
In
and
the dress, what do you know?
I know, man. I know. But you know, it's one of those things, Butter, where you know, I asked my guests, I said, do you prefer to be called by your handle or do you prefer to be called by your name? You said, no, Solo, just call me Butter. Just call me Butter. So that's, you know, that's what we're gonna reference you tonight. We know it's Raven on the government, but I just want to say this, man. The picture of you and your mother, the resemblance is there. Your mother is with you. She is with you, in you. You are her, without a doubt. I just wanted to just share that resemblance because that always caught me about your profile. I've been like, is that her sister?
No.
Hey, is she a twin or something?
Yeah.
Good deal. So listen, we're going to just go ahead and open this episode up tonight. We want you to go ahead and introduce yourself to the audience to just kind of let them know who you are, where you've been, and just you. Introduce the audience to you, Butter.
Okay, so again, I'm Raven Butta Miller. I ride for Smoking Curves Motorcycle Club. I've been in our organization 10 years now. I started out in our San Diego chapter. Before I was with the Curves, I was a member of the San Diego Benevolent Beauties, which is the mother chapter of our social club. So I started there, saw them girls pull up on them bikes and some heels looking nice and the lights. And I didn't know really anything about motorcycles at that time, but I was in. I was off. I was like, I need to be over there. So that's what got me drawn into the motorcycle club, along with my best friend Grove. May he rest in peace. He was a member of the Block Burners Motorcycle Club at that time. And he told me and my sister, he said, hey, I want y'all to come out to the corner and check the spot out. And we're like, the corner? Like, what is that? Now, Solo, you know the corner.
I know the corner.
805 and Market. So me and my sister, we showed up to the corner and we went into the clubhouse and we were like, what in the world? What did we just step into? So then he introduced us to Triple S, who is the national president of the Benevolent Beauties. And me and my sister, we were all in right then, you know, with the social club and stuff like that. And then I love my beauties, don't get me wrong, but when I seen them curves pull up at bike night, heels, lights, looked sexy, I was like, yeah, let me see if I can ride a motorcycle.
Okay. Yeah. And here's one that we met in 2015 briefly.
Yeah.
briefly. That was a long time ago. I think it may
Yeah.
have been passing, but I was hoping, I was trying to look through that year of pictures of 2015 to see if we captured that moment. But that's what I tell everybody. You just never know.
You never know.
You just never know. And I keep telling everybody, the motorcycle set is so small now with social media. What goes on the West Coast, you can look here on the East Coast and see what's going on and connect with people and ride and meet and have a good time and ride back. So that was just one of those moments. Our paths have crossed.
Right.
So it's good to see you again.
Yeah.
It's a blessing. And I just want to say congratulations on all your accomplishments and achievements in the motorcycle culture and in life, because we were doing things different back then than we are
Most
now.
definitely. Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Good deal. Good deal. So listen, you introduce yourself to the people. I gotta ask you this. How in the world did you ride 100,000 miles on a Hayabusa? How?
Muscle mechanics, I guess, because everybody asks me, when you finna trade that thing in for a bag? And I'm like, I'm not ready yet, so but yeah, just muscle mechanics. You get out there on the road and you get used to your bike. The more you ride your bike, the more you get used to, handling and stuff like that. So, and your muscles, they just get used to like long rides. If you're a long ride person, not everybody is, but for those that are, like, I'm pretty sure most of us can agree that like your muscles just get used to, all right, we're going to stop at 150, 160, 200 miles, so you're going to be on this thing for about 2.5, 3 hours. So you better get comfortable, so.
Okay.
That's true, because I you got to know your bike. You gotta know how much throttle you can have on it. You know what I mean? And when to let go, and when you squeeze in the clutch, how much grip you can have. Like you said, muscle mechanics. But I got a question for you, because now I did the 48 states last year, right? But I felt pressured to do the 48 like 10 days, or
the 1048.
Yeah, and so I was attempting it, and I was like feeling pressure. And then when I didn't make it in 10 days, I felt disappointed. Like, oh man, I didn't do it like other women that I've seen on, do it. And so my question to you is, you seem to be just as excited and proud to have done your 48 states the way you did it. So can you explain to us how you did it, and if you ever felt pressure to do it like in a time frame, or did someone tell you, hey girl, you can do 48 states on your time, however you want to do it,
Yeah. So honestly, like, it kind of started out with, oh, your bike ain't gonna make it. So that kind of pushed me, gave me a little edge, like, I think my bike can do something, so in reference to your 48 and 10, that's something that I do want to do. That is on my bucket list. But in reference to you not doing it in 10, like if I didn't do it in 10, I probably feel the same way. Like I would feel defeated. But at the same time, like, yo, you still did 48 in like whatever amount of time you did it in, like I started mine in 2019 on the bike that I'm on currently. So not having completed 48 until 2023, I mean, that's what, 5 years, 4 year span. But at that time when I started doing 48, wasn't even in my mind. I just want to get out and ride. And then when I started, looking at like, well, dang, I could go here and I could go here. And then I'm seeing other women like going here and here. And I'm like, well, dang, I think I can do that too. So it was motivation just to get the lower 48 completed, because not a lot of people, men or women, have done that. And very few have done it on a sport bike.
So, okay, so yeah, I feel better. Like it was pressure, and I was I completed it in I don't know, maybe 20 days.
And that's you rode your ride though. And
there you go.
That's all that matters. You ride your ride, not anybody else's. Okay, they did it in 10, I did it in 20, but I still did it. So
now I have to ask, because you are in a category with another elite special rider right there, man. I'm telling you, shout out to my Titan sister. Yes,
Yes.
indeed. She rides a Hayabusa. She's written all over the country on it. So I salute both of you two for achieving that. And I was going to ask you, who are some of your female inspiration to make you inspire you to ride, to get out there, to want to go to different places? And I know she's definitely one of them.
Right.
Yeah, so Shaquila did that big ride, I think in 2019, where she went out to the West Coast and came back, and I think she did her trip in like 30 days. And I was thinking to myself, I wonder if I can do more states in less amount of time. Not that it was a competition against Shaquila, because that's my sister, but
Right.
it was just something within myself that I wanted to try to do. And that year, I actually did like 24 states in like 6 days, and it was like 3,600 miles. But she's one of my go-tos. I definitely reach out to Shaquila a lot when it comes to like writing and for the knowledge. She's got history on this, on
Yes.
the set, off the set, in the community. So she's a great person to go to. I also go to Piper a lot.
Yep. Yep.
You know, that's my girl too. She's our 2025 Titan Award winner. Shaquila was a 2024
Yep.
Titan Award winner. Snacks is absolutely amazing. She's done the panhandle, from Alaska down to Argentina. She's the 2026 Titan. And it's a lot of people, even like PT's amazing. She's the ambassador for Indian, so that's dope within itself. Also, the founder of Black Girls Ride magazine. She does the Essence Festival every year, so being able to have connections with so many different people who are so influential within the community, whether they're in a club or they're independent rider, it's a beautiful thing. We're always learning something. I can learn something from them, they can learn something from me, I can teach somebody else. So it's a beautiful thing, just to have women that are out here pounding the ground and making names for ourselves. Even like Doc, like, girl, you did 48 in 20 days, boo. I ain't done that, so
I love it. I love it. So,
yeah.
so when you started out on the West Coast, you started out down in San Diego.
Yes.
We met on the block, on the corner down there. So you're familiar with the California West Coast set.
Yes.
What would you say the difference would be from the West Coast to the East Coast right off the bat?
It's a lot of racing out on the West Coast. And everybody I'm not saying that the East Coast don't have like nice bikes and stuff, but like Cali, like you gonna see nice bikes, you gonna see expensive bikes, money put into bikes. And I'm not knocking anybody else that's outside of California, but that's something big out on the West Coast. You see the low riders, the cars and stuff. A lot of people, you got Rare Breed mother chapters in LA, you got East Bay Dragons, which is, a well-known, and if you ain't ever been to East Bay Dragons Clubhouse, take a ride. I don't care where you live. You live in Maine, take your ride out to the West Coast to East Bay Dragons. There's a lot of history within that motorcycle club itself also.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And that was going to ask you, you got LA down there, you got Riverside, California, you got all of that. And part of the club you started out, you were riding, but you ride to Vegas. How far north did you go? Did you go up to Seattle when you was on the West Coast?
So actually when I when I first started out in the curves, I didn't do any state lines. I ended up getting a transfer when I finished nursing school out to Louisville, Kentucky. And it was at that time, I started out on an R1 and I ended up borrowing a Club Brothers bike out here in the Fredericksburg chapter, or not Fredericksburg chapter, but we was attending a Fredericksburg Block Burners event. He said, "Hey sis, you can grab my keys." I didn't even know which bike he had. It was a Busa. I jumped on and I was like, oh, I love this. I got to get me one. So I ended up, switching from the R1 to the Busa. And then when I did my transfer to Kentucky, to Louisville in 2017, I was, oh, that bike's not going to make it. So I ended up shipping my bike from San Diego to Louisville. And then when I got out to Louisville, I was like, I gotta go somewhere. And I ended up, my first state line that I actually crossed was from Kentucky into Tennessee, which isn't very far, but final destination was Atlanta, Georgia. But it was then where I was like, oh, if I can ride to Atlanta, I can ride anywhere. And then I ended up, even at the end of that year, 2017, riding from Louisville back to San Diego um, for a motorcycle event that Smoke Curve was having at that time when we had a chapter. So
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
I didn't ride when I first got in. I was Jerry.
Who were your motivation and your inspiration on that West Coast down in San Diego?
Let's see. And I ain't trying to break no hearts, but really nobody really at that time, I wasn't in a ground pounder like mind frame.
Because you know that's my next question. But Doc, I ain't gonna jump in front of you, Doc. 'Cause I want that question. I want that question. But go ahead.
You want me to go? Or
No. Go, yeah. You go ahead. You go ahead.
So I wasn't in that ground pounder mind frame. So I wasn't really paying attention to like who's doing what, going where, whatever. But now that I'm in the ground pounder mind frame, like I pay attention to like who's traveling, because it's inspiring to me to see whoever is out there, doing whatever's on their bucket list, checking stuff off. You got Four Corners, you got 48 and 10, you got the I-10, from Jacksonville to Santa Monica Pier, or vice versa, whichever direction you starting off in. You got the 95 north and south. You got Highway 30. So there's a bunch of different routes that people have done. You got I-5 north to I-5, I-5 north from Blaine down to San Ysidro, California. So there's a bunch of different routes and stuff that people are taking and making movement on and stuff like that, which is inspiring and encouraging, because a lot of that stuff like I really haven't done. I got my 48 though.
Yeah. Get it at your pace. Get it at your pace.
That's right. That was my next question too. What have you done any of the competitive tours, the SDMA, I-10 to the end, the Four Corners, any of those things, or if you haven't, are you planning on doing any of those type of rides? IBA, Iron Butts?
Yeah. So I don't have any documented 1,000 miles in 24 hours, or 1,500 miles in 36 hours, or the I-10 to the end. The Four Corners I don't have, but a bunch of that stuff is still like on my bucket list to do. It's just haven't had a time, or just wasn't a priority, but I do have a laundry list of stuff that I would like to complete, and still even so on my Hayabusa. So but
Okay.
shout out to everybody that has done it, because I applaud you, but I also feel like just because I don't have a certified ride as an IBA or whatnot, that doesn't take from the rides that I have done. Like you took time at the gas station to take a picture and mileage, and I'm gas and go, but I applaud those who have, because I do at least want to do one, just get something under my belt. But yeah.
Okay. All right. And once again, I'm all about finding out inspiration, who motivated you. Now, your best friend down there in San Diego, when you came on, he was there supporting you, motivating you, pushing you, inspiring you. Just talk a little bit about your best friend down there, if you would, please.
Yeah, so me and Grove met. He was a DJ, and my brother was a DJ, and they used to DJ at the same events. Mm-hmm. And that's how I met Grove. And he was also in the motorcycle club. So when my brother was doing his Wasted Wednesdays stuff, Grove would bring the motorcycle club, Block Burners Motorcycle Club. The Curves will come, the Beauties will come. At that time, San Diego had a Block Burners car club, so everybody would always, come to the events and stuff like that.
Right.
But yeah, he just Grove. I mean, that was my best friend. He passed away last year. Him and two other members from Rare Breed, they were coming back from Mother Chapter anniversary party. there was an accident on the highway and they just happened to run into it, So
Right.
my condolences, to the other members of Rare Breed. But
Definitely.
yeah, he supported me. He was at my graduation for nursing school, the one in the middle. So he got me that patch, that Busa nurse patch.
Right. I was going to ask you about that. Your profession.
Yeah, so he got me that Busa nurse patch.
Uh-huh.
He gave it to me the day I got pinned from my LPN school, and I said, "But I'm not a nurse yet because I hadn't taken the NCLEX." And he's like, "But you will be,"
Right.
And sure enough, I passed the NCLEX on the first try. So, that patch, still on my vest now. I'll never take it off. I mean, he was just that guy to support, shoulder to lean on. If I'm having an issue with a dude, talk to him about it, So now that I don't really have that person in my life, it's just a piece of you that's gone. So yeah, he really meant the world to me. He meant the world to a lot of people. He was something special to a lot of people.
Right.
So it's unfortunate, but we all have our time, and
Right. Right.
they say, God isn't wrong, and so I just have to be hopeful. I think about him every day, just that, you know, I know he's always with me. I have a keychain. I have a chain that I wear when I travel. It's got a picture of us on it. And anytime I ride long distance, I always wear that necklace just so I know that he's close to me, and by my side and stuff like that.
Right.
Has
Right.
me up.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And I wanted to address that. My condolences again to Rare Breed MC Nation across the board for those guys for their loss, for Grove and everybody else.
And he
So
was you heard me.
right,
Yeah.
and he was
I
you
just
heard me. Yeah.
he was you heard me in Rare Breed. So I
Yeah, yeah,
apologize
yeah, yeah,
everybody,
yeah.
but I know him as Grove. He was Grove in the block. But he
Right,
did go to Rare Breed.
right.
He did change his name to You Heard Me.
Yep.
Yeah, so yeah, he's very dear to my heart. Absolutely love his children. It's just, yeah, he
And
died
that
doing what he loves though. He was on his bike,
yeah.
so it's unfortunate, but he was doing what he loves, which is
Hmm.
riding. So
Hmm. Good deal, good deal. How did that affect you? And I don't want to stay on this topic too long. How did it
yeah.
affect you when he lost his life doing what he loved on his twos? Did that make you think about and realize the danger of motorcycle riding, this sport or hobby or culture, this lifestyle that we live?
Most definitely. And I've lost club brothers, within the Block Nation prior to Grove, but like his loss was almost detrimental. I was thinking like, do I want to ride or do I not want to ride? So do I want to ride? Do I not want to ride? And there was a time where I was just I didn't know what I wanted to do, but I knew that like he would want me to still ride because he wanted to do the four corners. And so when I do end up doing the four corners, it'll definitely be, on behalf of, my best friend and stuff like that. Like that was one of his things on his bucket list was the four corners. So I absolutely have to get that completed
Okay.
on his.
Okay. Okay. Doc.
Yeah, I got a question waiting over here.
That's my doc.
So, you're a nurse. Congratulations. And again, my condolences on the loss of your best friend. You heard me and everyone across Rare Breed nationally. But yeah, as a nurse, and we had a gentleman, King Tut, on the show last week, and he had a hospital scare. And I asked him, just like I asked all the other guests, how do you prepare for your rides? This past weekend, my daughter gave me a scare. She had type 2 diabetes 3 years ago, and it came out of nowhere. I didn't know, but she had got a little overweight for her height and everything, right? And so it scared us then, but she changed her diet, she lost weight, and she wasn't on any medication. And then all of a sudden, after 3 years, we didn't know what was going on. So it's scary out here with our health and taking care of ourselves and riding these motorcycles, and especially with you on a Busa. I've never ridden a Busa, so but I do see them leaned over, you know. And so, how do you prepare um, for your trips?
So I wouldn't say I'm the best when it comes to preparing. I'm pretty short notice. Like I'll think about, oh, let's go here. Like um, this past weekend, um, we have a Cincinnati Curves chapter that's starting up, and so we had a big push to Cincinnati, and a couple of the girls that were coming back from our Baltimore chapter, Enough in Flames, their president and sergeant at arms, they were coming back, and I was like, well, I couldn't travel to Cincinnati because I had class on Saturday, but I can meet y'all halfway and travel with y'all coming back, from Ohio. So I ended up meeting them at the Ohio state line. But I literally Sunday morning woke up and was like, it's 10 o'clock. Let me see where they're at on 360. And called Enough and was like, hey, I'll meet y'all. She was like, cool, let's ride. So I just hopped on the bike and went. So, and that was only maybe 250, 260 miles one way. So it wasn't too long of a drive or travel. I should say travel. But when I do travel like long distance, I just hope and pray that nothing happens, to be honest with you. I don't really have a preparation technique. I don't carry a gun. I don't know how to shoot a gun.
Stop.
Don't tell nobody.
Stop. Shit. Stop. I need for you to go down to the next range and get your CCW.
And people all the time are like, you don't carry nothing? Nope, I don't have a knife. I don't have mace.
Butter.
And they say that's dangerous because you're a girl. And I'm like, but nothing's happened. I mean, it's been 10 years. Not saying that nothing will happen.
Well, look. Listen, it's okay. I took a hammer. Last year when I went out and did my trip, all I had was a hammer. I didn't have my gun on me. I was going to hammer somebody real good.
You had a hammer, though. Like, I ain't even got a hammer. I ain't got no place to put it. I ain't got no saddlebags.
Okay, hammer time. I'm going to start calling you hammer time. But I can't stress this enough. I would encourage you to have some type of protection out there by yourself. Everybody that's waving, everybody that's smiling ain't very friendly to us. And with the temperature of the nation right now, I highly encourage you to think about getting you some type of protection because you just never know. And then when you're riding the 48 states, it's going to take you into some back road places, some off the path places. Doc, you could speak on it. I've ridden the 48, and I'm telling you, we were going through some woods where we were on 2-lane highways. So please consider that. I know your riding is extensive. You do a lot of riding all over the country. You've done the 48 states. I'm going to ask you this. Some of the places that you've been, are you a historical rider, a site rider? You go to social events, you go to MC events. What type of riding and places do you like to go to and visit?
So most recently I've been trying to hit like historical locations. That Martin Luther King I did in 2019, I believe. I was living in Louisville and I met up with our Block Burner chapter out of Pine Bluff and our Nashville chapter, and we just did a ride to eat. So we decided to go there, take pictures. But most recently I'm watching everybody. Reef, he does all these largest like monument things he posts about, and other people doing like Black history and HBCU stuff, so it's neat to see the other kind of things that people are being attracted to. So it's like, oh, I like that teacup. Let me go. Piper, I think, just did a teacup thing. So I'm like, oh, that would be dope. Let me ride to a teacup. Yes. And I just did that ride this year in May, I believe. That's over on the eastern side of Maryland. So it was a nice ride. It was chilly that day, but it was nice to hit that because a lot of people go to her little wall right there. And I'm
Right, right.
dang, let me Google to see where that's at. And then it's like, all right, well, that ain't too far. I could do that in a day. So I did that in a day. So
Because we didn't even acknowledge that you're here on the East Coast now. You're out of Maryland.
yeah.
We didn't even acknowledge that, Doc.
Oh, I
Doc,
didn't
we
know.
slipping.
I thought she was on the West Coast.
Yeah.
She
Yes,
started out on the West Coast
Yeah.
and she moved to the East Coast. That's why I was trying to get that comparison of the different sets. And she was talking about the bikes and over here. The riding compared to East Coast, West Coast.
Well, I think I don't want to. You can't classify. I don't believe you can classify a whole coast like this coast compared to this coast because everybody rides differently. You got ground pounders and then you got local riders. So your ground pounders, they're gonna pound regardless if they're on the East Coast, they're gonna go to the West, vice versa. Your local riders, they just gonna scoot around town and do their little thing. So I in regards to like party though, I feel like bigger parties are definitely out in California that I've seen. Yeah.
So the bike set, you would say the party scene is larger on the West Coast than it is on the East Coast. Is that based off
from parties
attendance or the every weekend or something? Now here's one thing I have to say about the West Coast. Pretty much California, Arizona, Sacramento, San Diego, and Phoenix. To me, that would be I would say the West, even Pacific Northwest. But Doc, you got me laughing over here. But
what's she doing? What's she doing?
Clowning in the building. But I would say that because that corridor, once you leave San Diego, go to LA, go through the Grapevine, drop down into the valley, and then hit Sacramento, that's it.
Yeah.
Then if you're going to venture out and go up to the Pacific Northwest, but the set is tighter over there. They have a lot of clubs in that small triangle of San Diego, Sacramento, Phoenix, Las Vegas, and Phoenix. There's a lot of MCs within that and a lot of historical MCs. So that's why I would encourage people now, start meeting people on the West Coast, that when you ride to the West Coast, you'll have people over there that you can connect with,
right?
Maybe attend an event, and don't feel like man, I'm on the West Coast, I don't know anybody or anything like that. And I know people in clubs, you got club brothers. I got club brothers over there.
Right.
That's cool.
That's
but for the people, cliche. But for the people, say for independent riders or people that's not on the bike scene, even if you met some people over there, because I love the West Coast, man. I love it. You know what I'm saying? Just the whole flair style, laybackness of it, all of it. And to me, it's not a lot of aggression per se on that side as it is per se on the East Coast. That's just me. But
and I do want to say, like, to spin off of that in regards to like independent riders, like I commend Shaquila so much, Mileage Bully, my sister. I absolutely love and adore you. She's an independent rider, but she's got so many connections from East Coast, West Coast, up north, down south. Like, she always got a place to lay her head. I always see somebody cooking her a meal. It's amazing, So if you don't, people say I'm not a really friendly person. I think I'm friendly once I get used to you. But she's very personable. And so that's a good thing about her, because she's got all these different resources, which is amazing when you're traveling. If you break down on the side of the road, you better hope to God you're within distance of a big major city, or somebody. Or somebody who knows somebody who can come get you, or AAA, or whatever your circumstances are.
Right.
But those connections are very, very important when it comes to traveling, like cross country, especially if you're by yourself. And there's a lot of us, men and women, that do travel by ourselves, cross country and stuff like that.
Right.
But if you don't have those connections, you're gonna be SOL.
That's solid.
And you don't want that.
Good deal. Hey, we're going to take a break right quick, and we're going to be right back, folks. So stay tuned as we get ready to go into the second half of this episode with Butta, a.k.a. Smooth as Butter. Hey, folks, it's K Solo of Riding with K Solo podcast. Hey, just want to let you know, tune in every Tuesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, 5 Pacific, right here on Riding with K Solo the podcast on YouTube and broadcasting on Facebook. Every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 Central, 5 Pacific, where we're going to be highlighting the unsung riders from across the nation, riding the highways and byways, the back roads, the adventures, the journeys, the tales, and the legacies. Make sure you tune in right here, Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, 5 Pacific, Riding with K Solo, the podcast. Hey, Doc.
Hey, man.
Yeah, where did I guess go?
You laughing at me because I'm over here writing and looking at the left.
Hey, man, we lost our guest tonight. She may be having some technical difficulties. Maybe she didn't plug the computer in, her laptop in. But hey, Doc, I'm enjoying this episode, man. I am enjoying this episode, hearing her perspective on a lot of this stuff, man. That I'm like, I'm happy to hear this. It's interesting, different perspective of it,
It is. And if you don't have no one to talk to or tell you, you just be out here riding when you want to learn how to ride. And like you said, you have preconceived notions of what is expected of you, or like not knowing how to ride. It's like, that's why I love this show. Each one teach one, because we got to have some knowledge out here. And so to hear different people's perspectives when they're not on the scene and they don't ride in big groups.
Right. Yeah. I do. I like that. And then she has that comparison of the West Coast set to the East Coast set. And I really wanted to dive into it to hear a little bit more about it, because, man, I would tell anybody, if you haven't been to the West Coast, and even for my West Coast folk, you ain't been to the East Coast. I know Highway Smiley comes to the East. I know other people come to the East. But, man, it's when you sit there in that environment, and I still need to get up to New York. I want to experience that New York culture up there, man. For real. But listen, we're gonna bring our special guest back in. I'm
so sorry. So my son FaceTimed me, and I was trying to click end, and I clicked start, and I was just like, yeah. So I'm not tech savvy. I apologize, everybody. I'm sorry.
Hey, man, our producer, man, that guy so smooth we couldn't even tell.
I bet y'all didn't even know I wasn't even there.
I might keep him, Doc. I might keep our producer.
I'm gonna give him a tip. Thank you.
Hey, I think he takes stars.
Yeah, he takes stars and lights, man.
Got you covered.
But we're gonna get back into the episode. I want to talk about your legacy, Butter. I consider you one of those unsung hero riders out there that's getting it in, that people may not have heard of your accomplishment, your achievement, your recognitions. If you would, please, this to me, this stuck out to me. And I wanted to get a little bit more background about it, because it's Titan material. You are qualified to be a Titan. But the thing is we haven't heard of your legacy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, share a moment with us.
So that award I actually got from Chaotic Curves Motorcycle Club down in Bishopville, South Carolina. I met those ladies. Low Key is the president. I met those ladies when I lived in Columbia, and I finished my 48 states in September of 2023, but because of the relationship Low Key and I had formed when I lived in when I lived in Columbia, she recognized, she watching, and hey, where you going, sis? Where you moving to? When you going, traveling to next, but that award, it really means a lot to me, just because it's recognition from another all-female motorcycle club, and it wasn't just presented to me; it was presented to the other three ladies as well, Popoff, H2O, and Diva. So to receive an award like that, to be recognized from a motorcycle club outside of your own organization, I don't even know.
Right.
Words can't explain. You know what I'm saying? It's
Right.
like
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
can't get your words together because something, it looks
But it's
so
but it's
little,
but
but it means so
it's you
much.
getting recognized by your peers. You see
Right.
what I'm saying? It's your peers. You step up, you step forward, just one step, in front of others that's doing it. So that's a great achievement, man. And I just wanted to just share that with people. She not only just ride, man. Her give back to the culture. She's recognized by her peers. And it's not just being sexy on it. You know what I'm saying? And I know I mentioned that. And Doc, I don't want. I said, Doc, I'm gonna let you handle that part. But it's just it's one of those things where you keep your femininity about yourself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You absolutely have to. I mean, being a female, being in a motorcycle club, everybody always sees Butta in hoodies and jogging pants, hoodies and sweatpants. Our club brother that used to be the president of our Baltimore Blockburner chapter, Beans, every party we would go to, he'd be like, "Hey, yo, sis, what you wearing on Saturday night?" Because Beans always knew Saturday night, but it's probably going to step out in something, So other than that, you're going to see Bud in sweatpants and a hoodie. A lot of riders, female riders, they'll wear their jeans. They'll wear, what are those chaps? Apologize.
Right.
I'm a sport bike rider, so excuse me. But they'll wear their jeans, they'll wear their chaps, their leather coat, whether they're in a club or not in a club, they'll wear the vest, I'm real laid back.
Hey, folks, she has a million photos on her social media. So I'm gonna tell you right now, I couldn't bring them all in. I ain't have enough room space for her. You want to go see? Go see. That's all I'm gonna say. You want to go see? Go see.
I gotta jump in here because now I like to put on some heels and look sexy sometimes, even though I'm a tomboy, But I tried looking at like smoking curves and different women that like my girl Tasha out of New Jersey, Tasha MC. They wear them heels, and I just be like, I tried it one time on my Harley. Now maybe it's a difference. Maybe if I was on the Busa, I might be able to do it, but I got on my Harley and I had on some heels and I just didn't feel stable. I felt like I was if I tilt over, I wasn't gonna be able to control my bike. And so, big shout out to you all. I wish I could do that. I don't know how to do that.
Yeah, and I feel like when it comes to like that, you have to be comfortable within yourself. Like, just because other people doing it doesn't mean you got to do it. But I ain't always in heels when I'm on my bike. If we go on a short distance from the host hotel to whatever event, and that's what the outfit is, I'll put on my heels or whatnot if that's the outfit for the night. But for the most part, you're gonna see Butta in some tennis shoes. And sexy is what you make it. You can dress down sexy. So it ain't always got to be like, booty popping and titties out. Excuse my language. I'm not sure how much.
Man, have at it. Have at it. Have at it.
So
have at it.
So whatever you choose to do, somebody gonna find you attractive regardless. It don't matter. You could have a garbage bag over your head.
How does that play out? There's a delay. Oh God. So how does that come into work? Play with the MC culture is pretty much a male dominated culture. It just is what it is. But you're a ground pounder, and I say ground pound. What is ground pounding to you? That's one of my questions. What is ground pounding to you? And I'm gonna go into my next question.
Hey, just ready to ride anytime. Doesn't matter the distance. And again, it's not for everybody. Everybody's not built to be a ground pounder. I wish I don't want to lie because I don't wish that. I was about to say I wish I only wanted to ride around the city, but I don't, because there's so much beautiful country out there for people to see, and
Right.
that's what I wish people had more experience when it comes to, getting out on the road. But you can't just, if you're a newer rider, you can't just jump out on day one and try to ride. I live in Maryland, try to ride from Maryland to Florida. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, do baby steps, go Maryland to Virginia, then Maryland to North Carolina, then Maryland to South Carolina, then Maryland to Georgia, then Maryland. Now you're in Florida. It's stuff you got to build up, building up your confidence, building up your stamina, stuff like that. So,
Okay.
yeah.
And my next leading question is, being sexy, being feminine on the motorcycle culture. Do you think males recognize your accomplishment, achievement, your riding, and looking at you saying, well, she's a sexy biker? Do you feel as though you get that respect, or is it something where you think men look at you and just see your feminine side? If I'm hitting that.
You're getting there. So
All right.
I will say this. Ground pounders recognize ground pounders.
Yes.
Right.
So if you're not a ground pounder, you're just going to look at me like a chicken heels. But if you're a ground pounder and you know who Butta is, you going to know Butta ride.
Yes.
So
that's what I'm talking about.
It's a recognition. Like, I know what males ride and what males don't ride. I ain't going to call anybody out, but you ride your ride, I ride my ride. But I do get a lot of males that'll be like, hey, Butta, where you riding to next? Even club brothers like, hey, sis, where you pounding to next, and stuff like that. It's motivation for me to keep going. I want to keep riding because
you earn that
people
respect.
are
You know what I'm saying?
reaching out to me, and you motivate me, males and females, like, you're a motivation. I want to be like you one day. And I always tell people, don't be like me, be better. Always strive to be better. Whoever your idol is or whoever you look up to, strive to be better than that person, and that's not knocking that person and their accomplishments, but that's setting a higher goal for yourself.
Right. Okay.
I was told when I first came on a set in Nashville, I had been a Buffalo Soldier for 4 years, and I really wasn't involved in the set because Buffalo Soldiers is, they kind of on their own. They don't really, well, I don't know. But at that time, I wasn't on a set. I was just riding with Buffalo Soldiers and going to state with them. And so when I wasn't in the club anymore and I joined the set, I was told as a female, you can have sex and get your way, climb to the top that way, or you can pound your bike and get recognition that way, so you choose which way you want to go. And so, I've been pounding, and I got mad respect because I pound and I didn't sleep my way around people knowing my name that way. So it's definitely a balance between your feminine side and being on a motorcycle set. So big respect to you. Big respect.
Yeah. And you have receipts too. And that's what I love about it, man. Like I say, you're one of those unsung riders out there, hero riders out there that I want people to know. You, like I say, you're definitely Titan material. And, it's just one of those things where I like to give roses now. I'm not the be all do all. There's people done more greater things than me, but I like to recognize people who are out there in the culture, who are out there living the lifestyle, being positive in it. And you post positive stuff. Now you post some other stuff too, but this one right here.
We're not gonna talk about that.
No, we can talk about that. Y'all already know where to find her. That's all I'm giving you. But it says surround yourself with people that push you to be better. No drama, jealousy, or mess. Just higher goals, good vibe, and positive energy.
Absolutely.
So, folks, give the roses to people that are doing it. Don't let jealousy, don't let any of that drama, don't let any of that stuff come in between it, because we only here for a brief moment, a brief time. Even if you live to be 100 years old, that's only a nanosecond to Mother Earth. So the thing is, while we are here, while we're able, while the individual able, give them roses, recommend them. The I-10 to the end, and I keep saying I to the end, but the Iron Elite, trying to recognize some of the outstanding riders in the motorcycle community that's giving back, that's being a positive influence in the culture. But I think you're definitely Iron Elite material. It's just that people need to hear about you, and someone needs to recommend you, and you definitely need to be up there in the running, because your resume is there, your achievements are there, you in the community. But there's that one time though. There's that one time.
Too.
So you ain't always been on a Busa.
There was literally one on time, and I was on a street glide. But what happened was,
what had happened
was my Busa was in Baltimore, and I had just relocated to Columbia, South Carolina. And the Columbia bros were like, "Hey, sis, we finna go ride." And I was like, "Well, my bike's in Baltimore." And they was like, "Well, you can ride, one of the Harleys, And I'm like, I don't know about that, because I didn't feel comfortable, because I ain't never rode a bagger, So
you never considered buying a bagger?
Did she freeze?
No, I gave the look.
She got technical difficulties.
Really, K-Solo? No, so I ended up, I was like, well, you got to take the tour pack off, because I got on the bike and I was like, this is super heavy. So they took the tour pack off. We ended up just riding around Columbia or whatnot. But you talk about the pictures that they took, the jokes they made about me in the nation chat, like, oh, butter on a bag, da 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 da, It was one time only.
Okay.
You didn't enjoy it?
So it was okay. It was just heavy. And like turning corners,
yeah.
It just I would probably, if I went bagger, I will say that I really do like Indian, it's Indian. I don't even know. You know why it's not coming to my brain? Because I'm not.
No, because it don't come to you. It don't come to you. It's just one
not.
of those.
I'm not supposed to be honest.
No, it ain't gonna come to you.
But Indian Springfield. I apologize. Indian Springfield. It's a dark horse, so it's the newer model. It's like the version of a Road King, I guess. Kind of, if you want to compare the two. So I do like that model. If I was to like go bagger, I might go that way.
People are literally saying, "I'm out of here." When you said that, you're losing viewers. Oh
It's
my
fine.
God, man! Hold on.
It's fine.
You're losing
I'm okay
viewers,
with that.
man. Oh my God.
I was just about to stop you and say, wait, we losing people now.
All right.
Okay, they probably just started.
Oh God.
Maybe they want to go
somebody
ride
get
their
rid of
bike.
that producer.
Maybe they went to go ride their bike. Who knows?
I love it. Yes, indeed. Hey, folks, we want to thank you for joining us tonight. Hey, we have no other damn butter on with us tonight, man. Raven Miller out of Baltimore.
Well, south of I live in Gaithersburg, Maryland. So
for those that don't know.
Yeah. Hey, K-Sola, I wanted to know real quick, before we jump off, can I give some flowers to some people?
Oh, we're not jumping off.
Oh,
yeah,
but
no,
okay.
we're not jumping.
Okay.
We can
More questions left. Wait a minute.
Yeah, we got more questions left. We got people outside already getting their questions lined up.
Okay.
Man, you got DJ Effects laughing, man. We ain't going to. You got Vic Nation chiming in. Johnny Boy. Oh my Lord, man. Listen, I don't know, Big Day. I don't know, Mr. 121. I don't know. But go ahead. We're not gonna jump off, but go ahead.
Oh, well, I mean, I can wait. Y'all can do y'all questions.
Okay.
Yeah,
because we still got more questions. Doc.
Yeah.
Listen, so when we first started, and K-Solo put your picture up of you and your beautiful mother, right? You are interracial. Have you ever experienced on the motorcycle set any type of interracial racism, or someone trying to isolate you because you are of mixed races?
No. And I say that only because I mean I'm sure people can like kind of look at me and look at the grade of my hair and tell that I'm probably mixed with something, but for the most part, I believe people just think of me as an African American woman that rides her bike. So never been like separated or segregated because of my nationality, thankfully. But I do, you know, like I love saying that, you know, my mother was white and, you know, my father is African American. So, you know, it's within me. But no, fortunately that's never happened. And I pray that it doesn't in the future as well.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Okay. And I definitely want to recognize you do have some kids. You have a son and a daughter, correct? Your daughter is in the Air Force.
yes. Yeah. So
Okay.
she, my little Pooh Bear, she graduated last year. Um, from the Air Force basic training. So very proud of her. Her dad was in the Navy.
Mhm.
That's her dad to her left.
Right.
Um, he was in the Navy. My dad is in the Navy. My grandfather on my mother's side, my
Right.
mother's father, he was in the Army. He served in World War II. So um, that military background, I work for the Department of Veterans Affairs. So I do want to say shout out to all my veterans. Love and appreciate every single one of you. I've been with the Department of Veterans Affairs for 11 years. So absolutely love being a nurse. Yeah, you guys mean everything to me. You know, I wouldn't have a job if it wasn't for y'all. So I
Right.
appreciate y'all.
Right.
I appreciate y'all keeping the income check coming in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank
I
you
want. I wanted.
thank you
Yeah.
for your service.
Yeah. I wanted to address that because I know. You know. My military personnel and all of them. I just want to give them recognition as well, and congratulations on that. All right. So we're gonna go into our um Q&A. We're going to go into our Q&A. So folks, if you're out there, if you have some
Oh,
questions for Butta, this is your chance to kind of go ahead and line them up. Don't beat Indian up. Don't don't beat Indian up, man. But hey, we got Mr. Pat Cornell on with us, man. The old man, congratulations. He has set a world record pen and approval with that incredible ride that he just did. Hopefully, Doc, we can get him back on the show to just kind of give us some highlights, man, to catch us up, to tell us how it was to go out and do such an incredible ride.
Yep.
Bald head nasty. How hard you ride? Who does your services on your bike? What tires are you running on that jet?
Mm.
like you want a brand
He's
name
a
of the
he's
tires?
he's a he's a Harley mechanic, so
Oh, so he ain't gonna know anyway. No, I'm just playing. So y'all probably gonna make fun of me or laugh or whatnot, but I've had my bike since 2019. It's an '05. It's a Gen 1 Busa. I literally just changed the spark plugs for the first time last year.
Oh wow.
oh my God, you already over exceeded everything. I ain't gonna say nothing, not a
Yeah,
single word. As
but
long as it started and it ran, I ain't gonna say a
oh yeah,
single word.
my baby run. So tires, regular maintenance is on tires. I can change my own oil, thankfully. So I know how to do that. Chain maintenance, tires. I just had the shift,
Clutch,
the
clutch,
clutch.
Uh-huh.
Um, what is the
The
with
shifter.
clutches.
sure. The things that spin and change the gears. Yeah.
Clutches,
So
clutches.
yeah. So I just had the clutches done this year. I've never had any engine problems. So my engine is strong. You know,
Right.
the bike has 111,000 miles on it. I got it with 12.5. So I'm like 800 short of my own 100 on that bike alone.
Right.
But I did have a Busa before this one. It was a '06, and I got about 10,000 on that. So between the two boosters, I have over 100,000. But my goal is by the end of this year to get that extra 800 so I can get that
That
100,000 of my
that
own.
extra 800.
Yeah, so
eh,
I'm trying to
eh,
figure out
eh,
where I'm gonna ride to. So,
the extra
400
800.
miles out, 400 back, So
Doc, you want to take that question on the board?
Yeah,
Do you
I
see
got
it?
you. Yep. Darren Sellers says, Black and Red Nation. He said, tell us about your transition from being in the social club to a motorcycle club.
now, Slick, you should have been on the show at 8 o'clock. We done already talked about this subject, but we'll spin the block. So again, yes, I started out in our social club, the Benevolent Beauties, in the San Diego chapter. I was with them for 6 to 8 months. Saw the curves, pull up the bike night, beautiful bikes, beautiful women, heels, sexy, and I was there. I had to learn how to ride a bike, and I did. So the one thing I can say is that within our organization, we do have our brother club, the Block Burners. We do have our social club, the Benevolent Beauties, and then we have the organization that I'm with, the Smoking Curves. So the beautiful thing is I didn't have to leave my organization to get into an all-female motorcycle club. I just transitioned from, and that's our San Diego chapter. We were when we were upstanding. So it was an easy transition. Because I already knew everybody, so it was just, going through the prospect phase and, learning about motorcycles and, learning more about the history of our organization as a whole. But yeah, it was an easy transition because I didn't have to leave my organization. I was already in there. It was just, from the social club now to the motorcycle club.
Hey, Storm sent over a question. Storm says, who got you into motorcycles?
I can't hear you, K-Solo, but I think you read.
Yeah. Am I not coming through?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you,
Can
Doc.
you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Okay.
There you go. So Storm
Yeah.
had a question. Storm said, who got you into motorcycles?
So, so again, that was my best friend Grove, who passed away. He again was with Rare Breed Motorcycle Club out of the San Diego chapter, and he was initially a member of Block Burner San Diego chapter. And he invited me and my sister out. He got us into the social club scene, and then there you go, right there. And then from there, I just did the transition from the social club to the motorcycle club. But he's the one that brought me in. So I wouldn't be a curve. He always says you wouldn't be a curve if it wasn't for me, and he's absolutely right. So shout out to my best friend. May he rest in peace.
Okay. Doc, you want to take bald head nasty question?
Yep, sure. He says, have you taken any other courses besides the basic course to get your license?
I have not. I took the basic course out in San Diego back in 2015 when I got my R1, and I haven't taken any courses since then, but I do know that there's like some advanced courses and things like that. I know Shaquila probably got a course that she could put me in the Busa on, down there in Virginia. So, at Motor Mob. So,
shout out to Motor Mob.
Yeah, shout out to Motor Mob. Yeah. So, but no, to answer the question, no, I haven't taken any advanced courses.
Okay. Good deal. Hey, Mr. Brown, wait, where's the question go? Hold on, I want to make sure this vibes from EO Benevolent Beauties question. How do you balance mom life, nurse life with bike life?
Great question.
Yeah. Hey sis, good to see you. Hey, juggling hats, so you got an obligation to your organization, you got an obligation to your family that always come first. And then of course, if you don't go to work, you're not gonna get any gas money to be able to go to the events, to ride your bike with your brothers and sisters and hang out with, your other sisters, the social club. So it's been 10 years. So there's been times where I've worked 2 jobs and did a lot of pounding. There's been times where I did 2 jobs and was going to school. You know, you never stop being a mom. So, you know, you just try to multitask, you know, those things, you know, within your lifestyle. But it's doable. But yeah.
Okay. Doc, can you see that next question's up
Yeah,
there?
I see it. And it's so funny that self-justice, and he probably got a different name or something. I just be reading the names. But he said, when did you know, fall in love with hip hop? It's an insider. But listen, I actually wrote down, I was gonna ask you, when did you fall in love with riding? You know what I mean? So yeah.
Well, I answer his question first. I've been in love with hip hop since I was 11 years old. And then, Doc, I answer your question. I'm telling you, as soon as I got on the bike, so my club brother, Ballistic at the time, he was in the San Diego Block chapter. He actually taught me how to ride. So I got with him. He was like, "Oh, this is a good bike, blah blah blah." So he test rode the R1. He was like, "Yeah, this is a good fit for you." So it was an 02 R1. And when I got the bike, everybody's like, "Oh, you gonna kill yourself? Like you got a leader bike? That's too much power, you know, blase blase." And I was just like, I'm just gonna ride my bike. Like I'm never gonna go over the speed limit. I'm always gonna do the speed limit. When I tell you, I did throttle and I hit 100, and I was like, "Oh, I like this." Like, yeah. So
Speed
yeah,
junkie.
they got, because they were like, you're gonna go over the speed limit. I was like, "No, I'm never gonna go over the speed limit." They're like, "Yeah, you are," and I'm like, "No, man, you twisted the throttle." Yeah. Now, I'm not saying I speed, but I did. You know, I will admit that one time I have gone over the speed limit. Gotta test your bike out, you know.
David Elizondo, Big Dave, Mr. 121, aka Mr. 121, said your favorite ride.
I did a ride. My favorite, most memorable ride. I was living in Baltimore at the time. It was back in 2020, 2021. It was my daughter's 16th birthday. She was out in San Diego, and I did a solo ride from Baltimore to San Diego, back to Baltimore for her 16th birthday. So I would say that was my favorite ride because I hit snow in Colorado, which I absolutely hated. I hit thunderstorms in Kansas, but I got a flat tire as soon as I got into San Diego on the front. I got a flat tire in Texas on the way back. In the back tire, my rear tire went flat. It blew out, you know, on the highway. But that was like my favorite, most memorable ride because the purpose was for my daughter. So yeah, that's the favorite ride. I went through a lot of crap on that ride.
Okay.
But that was definitely my favorite ride. That coast to coast, Baltimore to San Diego, back to Baltimore.
Okay. Doc.
Yep. We got results of BB said.
Oh, results. Oh,
Result.
results.
Results of BB.
They say, being on a Busa, what are some of the techniques you use to pack in long trips? Yeah, because you don't have a tour package.
Because you don't have any package. You don't have a tour
You
pack.
got no saddlebags, nothing.
Yeah. So I have a 40-liter bag that I pack. And I feel like even with the 40-liter bag that I overpack. I typically, when I'm traveling, I typically wear the same sweatshirt and jogging pants when I'm traveling down. If it's a 1 or 2 day trip, when I get to the hotel, wash that stuff because that's going to be what I'm going to wear on the way back. Mm-hmm. That's one less outfit I got to put in the bag, you know? So, yeah, not everybody knows how to pack their bag even on their bike. So I feel like if you don't know how to, you definitely need to learn how to before you just get on the pack a bag, try to strap it down and get on the road. Because it can be dangerous. You can lose your bag, cause an accident behind you. You can cause yourself to get into an accident. So you have to be very mindful when packing your bag, how to strap it down correctly on your bike, whether you're on a sport bike or a bagger.
Mm-hmm. So. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I definitely lost my bag a couple times. It was
go back and get it.
Okay. Well, actually, I told you, man,
it didn't fall off.
we
It was like it was dragging on the back. It was even worse. It was just dragging, and the rider behind me was like, "Yo, pull over, girl. Get
Yeah.
out the bag." Is
Yeah, and that's dangerous for you, Doc, because you went down. No, seriously though, like, you always gotta at least shake your stuff and make sure you got enough strength and stuff on that. So I do use a cargo. I do cargo nets, and then I do use the bungee straps too. So
yeah. I just got familiar with those.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
What's next?
Kurt Saunders says, what next bike? Yeah.
Busa. What's the next bike after the Busa? Another Busa?
Hey, so if anybody got to connect with Suzuki, I'm not asking for much. I like the Gen 2. I got a club brother Pound. He got the Gen 3. He hasn't let me get the keys to it yet. But
but you're gonna stick to sports touring.
I love the Busa. My club brother Griff, he down in our Augusta chapter. Augusta Block Runner chapter. He let me use his Gen 2 Busa. Absolutely love. I love the ride. I love the style, the body style of the bike. The rear end, the tail lights are real clean and stuff like that. The Gen 3 is a real sleek looking bike. But again, if anybody has a connect with Suzuki, Gen 2, and it can be in 08.
All right. Hook her up. Hook her up, man. We got the plug. All right. DJ FX said, what's your most memorable ride? I think we touched on that just a while ago. Do you remember what state that was in?
Which state?
Can you hear me? Yeah. I'll say what state? What state was been your most memorable ride?
Oh, state. So I actually love riding through West Virginia. The roads are just why are you looking like that?
No, I want to hear it. I want to hear it.
Nah, because you got your one eyebrow.
No.
I know you done.
No.
I know you done did a lot of riding, K Solo, but yeah, I like.
So you don't like the openness of the well, you're a curve rider though. You are a curve rider, so
yeah,
I can see that. And the California curves are more sweeping because they're longer, more open curves.
And like Northern California is cool. Northern California is cool. I like West Virginia.
You did the 101. You did the coastal 101.
I have done the 101.
Okay.
I've done the 5. I've done the 101. I don't care for Texas at all.
Okay.
Yeah. Love my Texas brothers, love my Texas peoples, but Texas too big, man. I just went down to Texas a few weeks back. We had one of our girls in our social club, Rain. She passed away just recently of cancer, and so her services were down in Houston. So I did a ride early last month, down to Houston, and when I seen mile marker, I think it was like 897. I was just like, here we go. I felt like I was on the top of California because it's like 792 miles from the top of Cali down to San Diego. So yeah, when you see those high number mile markers, you know you got a long ways to go.
Just take it 1 mile at a time. Hey, Jennifer said, what's your why for the set? What's your why for the set?
My why? What is your why? Oh, that's my sister Fancy. I knew she was going to come with something. Yes, just quick shout out to Fancy. That's our social club. She's in our social club, Benevolent Beauty. She's a National Sergeant of Arms. She's definitely a go-to person with great education when it comes to the set, our Black and Red organization. She always an unbiased opinion. She gonna give it to you straight.
No chaser.
No chaser at all. And her favorite drink is that honey jack with no chaser. But my why, I just love to ride. I love building bonds with people. I love learning from other people, making connections, being a mentor. I feel like I'm a mentor. People come to me for stuff.
Right.
Just overall, just just being around people, like-minded people, is an amazing thing. You know, they say if you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room. You know, so I like to be in rooms where I'm not the most knowledgeable person, you know, where at times some people may think that I am, but I love being around other people where I always say once a prospect, always a prospect. Like there's always something you can learn every single day when it comes to the community, you know, that we ride in and stuff like that. And for the non-riders as well. But, you know, there's always something to learn. So yeah, that's
Good deal.
probably
Skyfolk
my
had a question.
when are you getting the
Skyfolk
49th?
said, when you getting your 49th state?
Man, I either gotta fly to Hawaii or get that boost to Alaska. So hopefully soon though. Yeah, hopefully soon. I have to see what look at the tickets to Hawaii and then look at, you know, prices trying to get to Alaska. Probably be quicker to get to Alaska, more affordable. Speaking of Alaska, I want to say GQ, Ricky Henry, my boy, he just made that big trip to Alaska. So shout out to him. You know, he's doing a lot of big things with his Peace Army movement. You know, doing a lot
Shout
for,
out to yeah.
I feel, you know, for Peace Army, his Peace Army. Also, you know, he's a member of Rare Breed Motorcycle Club. So I got a lot of love. You know, he was up for the Titan Award this year. He didn't grab it, but, you know, I see it in the near future for him. So, yeah, shout out to my boy.
Oh, man. Good deal. Good deal. That's what's up.
Let me jump in there right quick. Hey,
Go ahead,
Butter,
Doc.
can you hear me? So yes, I never met you before, but listening to your resume today, and I definitely feel like you have definitely Titan material. And I think one of the pieces is about community service. Can you expand on any community service that you do to add to your resume?
So within our organization, me individually, I can say that I don't individually do community service. However, within our organization, we do community service. Some chapters do it monthly, some chapters do it quarterly. We, within the Spoken Curves organization, we typically will have a big mob out every year, and then at that mob out, regardless of, you know, the city and state, we'll do a community service in that city for, you know, whatever club we're going, you know, to support or whatnot. So I think that's a cool thing I think that we do within my organization. But yeah, I can honestly say, like, I mean, I've given donations to people, you know, that are doing stuff, you know, for whatever cause, you know, within a community and stuff like that. But like specifically just, you know, going and doing like my own hands-on, typically we go as a unit. That's just the way the curve goes. So
right. You did something with the VA. You did something with your social club. You've done stuff with your organization that you're affiliated with now. So your community service is there. And a lot of time we don't really put it down. We don't think about it because it's selfless. It's selfless. So your effort is truly there. We got a couple of more questions. I'm going to try to get as many questions as I can, but people just keep coming with more and more questions. I'm going to try. No. There was definitely one question that I've seen. I'm going to try to go back to it so I can pull it up. Where is it at? Yes, Boldest Rider, you guys are on the way, getting ready to make moves, heading to Little Rock, Arkansas. And we can't wait to see you guys down there, man. And then Ballhead Nat say, are you going to be at the RTE this year or Iron Elite?
I will not be at the RTE. It's a conflict with my school schedule. So unfortunately.
Okay. Nope, that's not it. Okay, here we go. What's something you learned about yourself during your journey? That's coming in from Mr. Brown.
Definitely growth. From the R1 in 2015 to the Busa that I ride now. There's been a lot of growth along the way. Um, it's been rocky. It's not been easy. Um, Even within like my organization, there's been bumpy roads. Even being a leader, like, not all leaders are perfect. Leaders make mistakes.
Right.
You have to hold yourself accountable. And I believe that when you hold yourself accountable, people will have more respect for you in the end, even though whatever the issue was now. But just, hold yourself accountable. There's always growth. If you're not growing, I don't know what you're doing. So
Right.
there's no way you can, even from 6 months ago, if you're the same person you were 6 months ago, I don't know what you're doing. But there's got to be, I think the biggest thing is definitely growth.
You gotta grow. Yep.
My apologies, Nime. My apologies, Miss Brown. I said Mr. Brown, but that's Miss Brown. DGFX says, I know, right? DGFX said, hey, I got to get to the lab. Love you guys. Burn rubber, not your soul. You know how it is. Folks, we've enjoyed this. We want to thank everybody for the comments. No, she will not be in Arkansas. Chantel Williams. She will be in the house. She will be at the RTE. So, folks, if you are looking to meet some of these legends out here, some of these icons out here in the motorcycle culture, you need to be at the RTE this weekend in Little Rock, Arkansas. The Reef and K Solo official ride to eat. Well, listen, Doctor, you have any closing questions that you want to ask? Because I know we've been in here almost an hour and a half.
Yeah, no, I don't. I just want to say I salute you. Congratulations on all of your accomplishments. And I look forward to meeting you on the road soon.
Oh, most definitely. Yes, most definitely.
Yeah, this was wonderful. Wonderful meeting you.
Yeah,
Great spirit.
definitely.
Great spirit.
And listen, buddy, we want to give you a round of applause because you said you was. Don't worry about it. You got this. You're gonna knock it out of the park. You're gonna do fine.
Man, I thought I was gonna throw up.
Did.
K-Solo.
No, man, you did outstanding. Very informative. People enjoy. People engage, and that's what it's all about. And definitely a each one teach one moment. Wouldn't you say, Doc?
It sure was. It sure was.
Indeed. Any closing remarks you want to give, Butter?
I just wanted to give just a couple of flowers to people.
Please,
just go down my list real quick.
Yeah.
To my sister Tamika, it is Tyler Tuesday, so I just want to give you a shout out, let you know, sis, I love you. Again, Snacks is very inspirational. Alaska to Argentina, I can't wait to ride with her. Piper, I can't wait to ride with you. And it's crazy that like there's a lot of people that inspire me to ride that I have a connection with, but I've never ridden with. So these ladies mean a lot to me. Megan, Boston, and Q, absolutely love you. Pop Off, absolutely love you too. Congratulations again on your retirement. Appreciate your service. I touch note on Ricky GQ Henry. Sharif, you're doing great things. K Solo, absolutely love you too, sir. Kodak, the most hated. The Road Warrior, R-Dub, he just wrapped up completing 49 states. That's an annual run that he does for his brother. Old Man, he just finished he did 145,000 miles in 145 days. I'm not sure if y'all heard about that. That's
Pat Cornell.
Super major, yeah. Carl Kitchen, he's Mr. 73. Country from Down to Pound, absolutely love you. La Rock and Preach from Rare Breed, you guys are amazing. Within my own organization, I want to give a shout out to my club brother, Havoc. He's done the lower 48 on a street glide. One of his runs was a 20 something and he finished the rest up, with 30. So huge congrats and applause to him for doing, lower 48. Cali Black, he's one of our California members, block burners. He typically does a ride from Cali to Atlanta yearly for Mother Chapter Atlanta Block Burner Anniversary Party, which is typically in the wintertime, like February. So you never know what the weather's going to be leaving out of California and then, coming to the East Coast. Within my organization, Smoking Curves, I want to give a shout out to Enough, Why Not, Shine, Designer, Persuasion, YOLO, Wildfire. Y'all ladies are always ready to pound the ground. Absolutely love y'all, to the moon and back. So I think that's my list. Yeah. There's a lot of people that are doing a lot of entrepreneur things out in the community. Just a quick run through. I apologize. Shout out to my close friend.
Go for it.
Okay. Shout out to my close friend, Self Justice. He has an autism apparel line and also a No Hating Allowed line. You can find those items and more on nohating.com or nohatingallowed.com, or you can reach out to me. I'll give you all the information. For my truckers out there, my guy Clip Eastwood, he's got a truck trapping apparel line. So if you drive trucks, he got stuff for you. If you need a custom shirt made or a hoodie, or you need your cup bedazzled, my club sister, Elizabeth Sour Patch Thompson, she does all that kind of stuff. You can reach out to me, or her social media is Liz Shirts. So you can find her as well. If you got a sweet tooth, I got a sister down in Atlanta, Georgia, Sarita Scott. She's Miss Cinnamon Smiles. She'll take care of your cakes, your cupcakes, your muffin loaf, whatever sweet tooth you got. Megan Boston MQ, she's got a new clothing line out for both men and women. K Solo, I know you got your podcast apparel. You also have your new patch that's come out for the Miles Make Legends Be Legendary patch. Honcho out of our Durham Block Burner chapter. You had him on earlier this year,
Yes.
K Solo.
Yes.
So
yes.
he does the annual Friends and Family event in Durham, North Carolina. So that's coming up in October. So keep a lookout for that. Anybody that's, out in this area. Joy Francois, he's your oyster guy down in Atlanta, Georgia. And Rashid Williams, he's a member of Block Burner Atlanta chapter. He's your hot sauce man. Behind the scenes, I just want to give a shout out. Top Shotta, Ricky GQ Henry, Professor Griff, and Mako. These guys, if you need any kind of film or photography or whatnot, reach out to those guys. They great at what they do. Yeah, that's what I got. I appreciate that. That was a long.
Look, we're sitting back like.
Yeah, I just feel like when you got a moment, you got to recognize people.
Hey.
So, I don't know when I'm gonna get a moment again. So I just want to, let these people know, like, hey, I see y'all. I appreciate y'all. Y'all doing great things for the community. Keep doing what you're doing. One last thing, my club sister, she tapped in earlier, Fancy. She did a huge community service project for Sam Branch. It's a town located outside of Dallas. Just a brief history on them. The community was formed for freed Black Americans, and there are only about 60 residents remaining due to lack of clean running water, sewage, trash, and emergency services. Fancy got all the information together about this community. She was able to receive over 60 pallets of water donations that came not only from the Black and Red Nation, but also outside resources as well. This community event was so big that it was nationalized on their local television. The television, radio people were out there and stuff like that. So that community is still in need of like water resources and stuff like that. So if you can make any kind of donation, reach out to me, or you can reach out to Jennifer Fancy Respert on social media. We get y'all the information. Just trying to get back to the community. So that's all I got.
I'm gonna tell you right now, everybody that she named, all of those accolades, flowers that she giving, we definitely gonna give a big old round of applause. Thank you. I'm even humbled to just be involved, be on that list, Doc.
Right. Man, I messed up. I should have slid you my info. Man.
Don't forget Doc now. Don't forget my Doc.
What you got, Doc? I apologize. You run it by me right. You run it by me right now.
Hey, right now I got a charity event that I do. I run a nonprofit youth organization, and I'm always pushing for education and academics. And so in March, I do a weekend charity ride. So it's March 12th through the 14th, and I'm looking forward to folks coming on into Nashville. Yep.
Please shoot me the flyer.
Okay. Indeed, folks. We get ready to get up out of here. We want to thank our special guest, Butta, aka Raven Miller, for coming on tonight, sharing her legacy, her journeys, her dreams and aspirations, her accomplishment and achievements in the motorcycle culture, all the way from San Diego, California to Maryland and all in between. Riding the back roads, the highways, the interstates, all 48 states, gearing up to try to get to Alaska, trying to figure out if she can ship a bike, fly a bike over. And she's also looking to get her a Gen 2 Busa, because she's going to stick with the sports touring bike. We want to thank everybody for all the questions. The Q&A session was outstanding. Miss Adrian Howard, oh man, you did a phenomenal job. Shout outs, points, give back is always a plus. Indeed.
That's our national secretary on for Smoking Curves Motorcycle Club. She's currently stationed, well, not stationed, but she currently works overseas. So
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us.
Because she's 6 hours later than us right now. It's like 3:30 in the morning. So I appreciate you, sis, for tuning in. I know you got to work.
Definitely.
Get to sleep.
Definitely. Thank you for tuning in. All right. So, Butta, we thoroughly enjoyed you coming on and just sharing all of that plethora of knowledge and information on your perspective of the culture. Doc,
for having me. Thank you.
All right.
That's
all
amazing.
right.
Yeah,
So listen, we will be in touch. We should have something for you in the mail. We'll definitely be in touch. We want you to take care, have a good night, and please continue to be safe out there.
Thank you. Likewise, guys. I'll see you on the ground.
All right.
Good
Take
night,
care. Oh, Doc.
Knocked it out the park, man.
In the building. Hey, Doc, man. Hey, I don't know what to say, Doc. I don't know what to say, man. You gearing up, getting ready to go to
Yeah, I'm ready.
Little Rock?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay.
I ain't got no bag. I'm just gonna jump. I'm getting on the bike and I'm just gonna ride down there. And whatever happens when I get there, just get
Whatever happens, good. Exactly. Go there. Don't even worry about it. Just show up.
No, I'm gonna
Say,
show
I'm here.
up.
Say,
Yeah.
what are you gonna say when you get there?
How much can I get for one reel?
You need to walk in and don't say, I'm in the building. Oh
Yeah,
my
man.
goodness. We want to thank
I'm
everybody for coming on the
excited.
show tonight. Tuning in. We're riding with K-Soul, the podcast. We have phenomenal number on tonight, man. We want to thank everybody. Butta really laid it down. She's more than just sexy on the scene, man. And you heard it yourself. She keep her feminine about herself, riding in this dirty, grimy lifestyle of ours. And that's what it's all about, man. That's ride your ride.
Mm-hmm.
Doc,
Hey.
I'm gonna do this one last time, because we're not gonna do a trip talk this Thursday. I will be hitting Little Rock Thursday evening. So this is gonna be our last show, and then we're gonna kick it back up next week.
Next week, Tuesday.
Yeah, next week, Tuesday.
Okay.
So just one last time, folks. Reef and K Solo official RTE Ride to Eat will be in Little Rock, Arkansas. 224 October, Host Hotel, Home 2 Suites, 810 Building Drive, Conway, Arkansas, 72032. That's where we're going to be at. So if you get there Thursday night, we will be there. If you're coming in Friday, that's where we will be at. Come on over, folks. We're going to fire up the grill. Great food, great libations. And it's all about just a big old family reunion, having a good time.
Yeah.
That's all I have, Doc. That's all I have.
Like
Peace and love from the family from Columbus, Georgia. Shout out to Columbus, Georgia. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Home of Fort Benning, man. Good deal. And Victory Drive. Watch out now. All right, Doc. So anything you got for us? How things been going with the school?
Hey, it's rocking and rolling. It's rocking and rolling. Yep. God is in the blessing business. As long as I keep giving back and wanting to do good, the blessings keep coming back. So it's going wonderful. Yep.
Good. That's awesome to hear, Doc. That's awesome to hear. You know, I always want to, kind of close the show out with what you got going on. And man, all means, just have at it. So listen, I'm gonna get ready to shut this thing down, Doc. Get ready to pack my bags. I already got some stuff moving forward to have out there at the RTE, folks. So hey, just get there. That's all we can say. Just get there.
Let's get there. All right, y'all. Hey, and I'm out of the building because I'm going to RTE.
All right.
I'm a new booty. I'm a
new booty. All new booty report to the nah. Oh my goodness. We're gonna have a great time. We're looking forward to seeing everybody. Reef and I look forward to seeing everybody. Matter of fact, we did a show. So all the information that you need, just go to the podcast, look under the last episode or last live, and you'll see it has all the information about the RTE that you're gonna need. All right, folks, we're out of here. Doc,
good night, everybody.
You take care. All right. Take care, Doc. All right, folks. I'm getting ready to shut this thing down. And you know what I always say. Aspire to inspire. And if you do that, you would definitely be legendary. Have a good night, folks. Okay, Solo.